Hello everybody, my name is Lindsay and I'm a service coordinator at Surrey Place Center. Other agencies might call their service coordinators family support workers or case managers. So there is a long waiting list for a service coordinator or a family support worker, and it saddens me when I visit a family and they've been on the waiting list for 3 years only to find out that all they're looking for is a day program. So I've got some tips that I'm going to go through today, and there's a sheet that you can pick up at the back of the table. Just some things that you can do to prepare yourself for when your child graduates school, and how to go through the process of being prepared for that day. So there are long waiting lists and limited funded Ministry of Community and Social Services funded resources, and even some of the fee-for-service programs are starting to have long waiting lists. So it can be a very stressful time for families to think about graduation day. You know, when your child starts school at age 6, you think, oh, 21 is a long time away, but it like Brian says, it comes very quickly. So questions that families might have once they get closer to graduation day is, what am I going to do with my son or daughter when they graduate? He or she needs a set routine. What happens? They love school. They are so used to going to a program every day. How will that affect me? Can I continue to go to work? Will I have to quit my job? So what I would like to suggest is be proactive. Don't wait till your child is 20 to start the process at looking of future planning. Just like Brian said, be proactive. Ensure you're registered with the DSO at age 16. You won't receive any services until the age of 18, but at least you know you're registered. If your child is under 18, contact community agencies to access supports. And some of the agencies are Community Living Toronto, Family Services Toronto, Extended Family. Each agency has something to provide you with. Just give them a call. They might have something that you haven't even thought about. To know where to find those agencies, go to connectability.ca or call 211. When you're talking to the DSO, they will ask you what region or what area of Toronto would you like to receive services in. And when they're looking at vacancies, it's all computerized, and so the computer will spit out names according to what information you have given DSO at that time. So if you're living in North York and you say, I only want services in North York, that limits the amount of resources that may be offered to you. If you're living close to North York-Etobicoke border, say you're open to the west as well as the north, or maybe even the south. So the more options you give DSO, the likelihood of your name coming up is greater. Attend info sessions at your school. Get to know your school community. Get to know the other families in your son or daughter's classes. Start networking. Find out who your son or daughter's friends are. Connect with those families. Ask families for their phone numbers so you can stay in touch afterwards. I would also suggest sharing your knowledge with other families. Ask families what are their plans. Try carpooling with other families. So if you know that there's another family attending the same swimming class, or if you know that you're looking at the same day program, connect and work together. You might also want to, when the time comes and you have passport funding, pool your resources. Maybe 2 families can hire 1 worker, and that 1 worker can work with both individuals. Set up respite dates for each other, you know, so you can get a break, or you can go grocery shopping while the other family or the individual spends time with his or her friend. Today at the DSO Fair, there's a parent connection area. It's in the lobby. Just go to the connectability table, and maybe there you'll be able to connect to other families, and you'll find out, Don is there. He can tell you all about how connectability works. Connectability has information on day programs, resources, chat rooms. It's an amazing resource. So when you start the process of looking at future planning for post-21, start a binder. There's lots of information out there, and it can be very overwhelming. Have a sheet, just a plain page, and make a note of when you called an agency, who you spoke to, and what information were you given. If you leave a message and they're not calling you back, call again. Call until you receive a response to your question. Be the squeaky wheel. It's usually the families that are the squeaky wheel that will get services, not necessarily quicker, however, because they are committed to that call, they do get the answers, and oftentimes the supports. Set up tours of different day programs. There are a variety of different programs out there in the community, and don't just look at your own area, let's say Scarborough or North York. Explore the city, because by looking at different day programs, you really get an idea of what programs have to offer and which aspects of the program you like. I think it helps you in the end when you make that decision of, you know, where to send your son or daughter. You might have to use a combination of programs. So you might have to look at, okay, on Mondays, my son or daughter is going to go to Variety Village. Tuesdays, she's going to go to Hellenic Hope or Meta Center or Pegasus. So you might have to put a puzzle together of what a week looks like for your son or daughter. You might also, while you're waiting for passport funding to pay for the supports, you may have to use your son or daughter's ODSP funds if you're able to do that. I would also suggest you register with respiteservices.com. They're an agency that will be able to provide you information in regards to respite information, but they also have a pool of workers. They're called shop workers, who you could hire to support your son or daughter, to teach them new skills or to take them to day programs. And like I said, pool your funds with another family. It's oftentimes difficult to find a worker, and so the more options you have with other families, the better it is. And like Brian says, make sure when you contact the DSO that you're asking for a person-directed plan, that you're on the waiting list for that, because it really helps you and the individual to make a plan and to set goals and to hopefully achieve those goals. So some of the programs to explore that have no or small fee is ODSP employment supports. If you think your son or daughter might be able to work, you just contact your ODSP case manager, and they will be able to set you up with an ODSP employment agency that can help you find employment. It's competitive employment only. You can also contact agencies directly that have training or work programs, such as JBS, Path to Work, Corebrook, Project Work, Salvation Army, Transitional Employment Program. And again, if you're looking for those agencies, again, you can go to connectability.ca or call 211. Some agencies provide a reduced fee for individuals who are an ODSP, such as Variety Village or the YMCA. I would also suggest you sign up for the welcome policy through the Parks and Rec Department of the City of Toronto. You can go online and look for the welcome policy or call 311. And the welcome policy allows your son or daughter, because they're on ODSP, to receive a credit towards programs. And Parks and Rec has specific programs that are geared to individuals with disabilities. Libraries offer computer training as well as literacy programs for free. TDSB, the Toronto District School Board, they have various programs that are offered post-21. Frontier College offers literacy programs. Community Care Access Center. Community Care Access Center is a community-based health agency, and they can provide personal support to individuals who may need supports around personal hygiene, or if your son or daughter has medical needs. So just call CCAC and they will come and do an intake to assess what services you're eligible for. The TTC offers a support person assistant card, which is an application that you can receive from online at the website, TTC's website. Have your family doctor complete the application, and you send it back to the TTC, and they will send you, it's almost like a Visa card or a library card. And with that card, when your son or daughter goes and uses TTC services, whoever is with your son or daughter can go on the TTC for free.
It's kind of like kids under 12 can ride TTC for free too, sorry to interrupt.
Perfect, thank you. Access to entertainment card through Easter Seals. It's a discount to see movies and local attractions. You might also want to connect with your high school, your church, community groups to find volunteers who would spend time with your son and daughter to teach them new skills. A lot of non-for-profit agencies have volunteer services. Maybe your son or daughter can go and do some volunteer work. There's also community hubs that you can visit. Each hub offers various programs for the whole family. And again, contact DSO to access temporary supports if you are in crisis. Let's say mom is going to the hospital and dad, or you have no other caregiver to support your son or daughter. DSO can help you connect to supports. There's another agency called the Griffin Center, and the Griffin Center might be able to offer temporary supports if your child needs supports transitioning to a program, and they need some supports around that. The Griffin might be able to provide you with extra staffing supports to help your child enter a new program. It's time limited, but it's a great support. That's basically it. Thank you very much.